All right, guys. Welcome back to the show. Today, I want to talk about something that I talk about a lot. If you, whether you're, interviewing with our brokerage or just in our brokerage, or, so I'm gonna kind of throw out here a topic or a word I like to use, or words. It's real estate entrepreneur. So, I speak with a lot of new individuals, a lot of individuals who are newly licensed. They get their license and they come in and they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make a shit ton of money. I'm gonna be rolling in dough, boats and hoes," is what they're thinking, right? And then they're like, "Man, this shit's really hard." Because what happens is they have this mindset that they think, "Okay, I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna make a lot of money." And by the way, I mean, dude, you get your license, you can make a big check. You can make numerous big checks, lots of big checks, but it doesn't come easy. It takes time. But you want to have that real estate entrepreneur mindset. And so what I mean by that, and I explain this a lot, where and I know who has it. A lot of times I can get on and talk with someone, I'm like, okay, that person has the real estate entrepreneur mindset. This person is just trying to get a job. And the one that gets the job, they have such a harder time, right? So to me, a real estate entrepreneur is someone who says, look, my license is a tool. It's not used. It's a tool. In jujitsu, I use jujitsu for example. If you train jujitsu, which I know numerous guys train jujitsu and listen to this podcast, if you train jujitsu, you understand that there's certain positions in jujitsu that you may want to get to a certain type of submission you like. You prefer to choke someone versus arm lock someone. You prefer to hold someone down and smash them and put all your weight on them, or you might want to be on the bottom and utilize your legs to choke them. So they're tools. It's what they are. They're just tools. And so a real estate entrepreneur understands that the license is just a tool. The newly licensed agent who just was working at the bank, or they were a nurse and they're like, yeah. This is like me. She's like, "You worked at the bank, but yeah, but they're a nurse or whatever, and they want to change careers. They're looking as a career." So what I try to stress to our our team is that your license is a tool, and it can be leveraged many different ways. For example, you could buy a property. I know we've had some guests on here that talk about this. This is what they like to do, and strategy is different, by the way, guys. It's a tool. My way of success is not going to necessarily be your way. You guys have probably heard me say that we like certain single family. We like certain things because I want to sleep at night. There's nothing wrong with that. It's my path is different than someone else's, but
Real estate is vast.
is vast. But the tool is the same, and so it's that license. So you use that as a tool, whether it's maybe you're just helping family and friends and that's it. You're making side money. You know, you might make an extra 10 grand a year, 15 grand a year because you sold one house. I don't know about you, man, but that's not a bad side hustle. If you're a full-time job and that's what you did.
Just for friends or family members, doesn't take up a lot of your time.
Yeah.
And
Now you
yeah,
might pay, I mean, for let's say you pay $199 a month or something to be part of a brokerage. I'm just talking out loud here. Every brokerage is different, but maybe you pay, you know, X amount a month. Jujitsu costs $200 a month. You know what I mean, or more. Like, and that's giving you way more back in a different sense. But this is monetary, right? So, if you have your license and you're paying your MLS dues and stuff, it's cheap compared to what you can get back. So you gotta have somebody, right? So maybe doing friends and family. Maybe you are looking for off market and you want to, buy it and turn around and, do small repairs and then put it back on the market. It's wholetailing it. Maybe you are utilizing it to buy properties on market and get a rebate. You're like, I just want to be able to buy my
yeah,
own and run my
you're
own
going to be
transactions and
buying anyway. You might as well get some money off of it.
yeah, I get a rebate. We had someone that was in the brokerage. They got like a $30,000 rebate on their own personal house.
Yep.
That's a hell of a rebate, and that was
Hmm.
they bought a new build, and I mean I don't know about you, man, but I think
And it was paying 5% commission.
yeah, so they got a rebate, and so it's a tool. And that's not the only way you can use it. You could use it so many other ways than just I've got to be out here just doing transactions showing buyers. You've got buys, you got sells, you got leases. It's it needs to be that thought process of like real estate entrepreneur, and so that's why I stress. And that's if you guys have seen it or I know I'm not plugging it, but just that was kind of what I wrote about in the book, that expert agent book, is just that, saying, hey, you need to think this way, not just I'm going to get my license and just be a
Work.
career and work. It needs to be utilized as a tool, and you've got to practice and sharpen and work. And that's the one thing that I look at real estate like I look at jujitsu. It's just every day is the same thing. I get up and I go, what am I going to do like now? Not I have a plan, but in my mind, it's like, well, what can I make better? I'm just always thinking about how can I make this better? Okay, how do I get to there? It's enough that I know the team. When I tell that to some of y'all misting, while you guys are like, oh shit, he's at it again. I'm always ticking to think, how do I make this thing work this way, and how is it scalable? And most people don't think that. They're just like, I got to get that next sale. I got to get that next sell. But you know, and I tell the team too, guys, if you're a newly licensed agent, you're going to be a white belt for 18 months, a white belt. And in jiu-jitsu terms, that's normal. 18 months is a white belt. You're getting your ass kicked over and over and over. Well, that's the same thing here. So your mindset needs to be real estate entrepreneur. I'm going to use my license to leverage it. It could be in tons of different ways. I met someone the other day that they are getting their license and they've been a private money lender. They don't even need a license, but they're doing it because they have a group of people that they've been lending to, and they want to be able to not only lend to them, but sell the house if they need to. They have some fix and flip friends that they want to work with. So they've been lending money to them, and that's a leverage.
Mhm.
He's not. That's not a friends. That's not friends and family. That's added services,
Yeah.
if you think about it. So but they
And
even said, I don't want
another
to.
income source.
Yeah, they're like, I don't. They're like, they're not saying I want to. I want to use this to go out and do that. They have no interest in being the traditional agent. Now, I'm by no means making fun of traditional agents. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's how you, because there's active income, right? That's your active income. That's how you're making your money on a daily. Man, dude, kick ass, take names. I'm all for that. But I guess like speaking to just in general, saying, hey, it's important to look beyond just that active income, and it's multiple streams of income. So I know for us, that's what it is for us. It's multiple streams of income. There's this and there's this and there's this. It's not just that and that's it. Because if you do that, I mean, like COVID, you'd be dead in the water. We saw that. We had friends that phenomenal agents, and they just were dead in the water, or they were struggling, or whatever it was, and they had some rough months because supply was just whatever it was. And of course, I'm sure things have kicked back up, as well for them now, because we're not there yet. We're not there anymore. But it's kind of some of the stuff to think about. So real estate entrepreneur, guys, that's what you should be. That's what you should be thinking about, and how you can leverage your license and not just be an agent. That's my 2 cents, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sticking to it. So other than that, guys, change your mindset. If you want to make more money, you want to grow, you want to get further along in life. It doesn't start with this is probably the most valuable thing I can tell you today. You want to make more money, or you got to grow yourself mentally. And that's why some of these episodes we talk about just the mental side of things, because your money's not going to grow until your mentality grows. Your mentality has to grow first, then your money grows second. So and that doesn't apply to just one or two people. Myself included. I have to constantly read, constantly listening to stuff, constantly researching things. My mindset's always changing, adjusting, and growing, and I ask questions, and you got to have that stuff. So, but at the end of the day, if you have a license, you should think real estate entrepreneur, and it will be so much easier to make it in this business than if you just think agent, and that's it. So, all right, guys.
Get off the struggle bus.
That's right. Get off the struggle bus and get on the entrepreneur bus. There you go. Get off the struggle bus and get on the entrepreneur bus. And it's full of struggle and fun. It's way more fun. It's way more fun. So, but yeah, I hope that helps you guys, and we'll catch you guys next time.